Good morning, everybody. So today what we are going to focus on is optimizing our calendars for 2026. And we really want to focus on exactly what we want to bring in. And the best way to do that is building what's called time blocks. So what we're doing today is I'm going to give you some prompts to put into ChatGPT so that you can start prioritizing your specific schedule. So what I'd like everybody to do is grab pen and paper and write down things that you want to make time for in 2026. And maybe you don't want to do a whole year at a time. Maybe you just want to focus on quarter one. And the first thing that you want to focus on are what are your non-negotiables? Some examples of your non-negotiables are things like revenue driving activities like direct outreach, speaking to your customers. So you're going to want to put that on there. Maybe you have specific doctor appointments that are non-negotiables and that you want to put in your calendar weekly or whatever, monthly or however that goes. Family time, household time, spirituality time, things like that, right? As well as meditation, reflection, and training times, right? Like non-negotiable, 1 p.m. pharmacy training, opportunity calls, 8 p.m. So you want to put all of that down in your non-negotiable blocks, right? And then you want to put stuff in there that are negotiable. Maybe those doctor appointments can be moved around based on what your schedule is. So you want to start putting things in there. And instead of thinking about exactly what it is, right? Like, so webinar training or CRM training, focus more on time block names, but we'll get into that. So I'm going to give you a prompt. Copy that. We're going to put it over here. We're going to put this prompt directly into ChatGPT because we want it to act as a strategic time architect and you want it to ask you questions. So this prompt will work with you if you have not worked a lot with ChatGPT or if you worked regularly with chat. So the more that you actually interact with your chat, whether you call her Chat or Chatterina or Jasmine or whatever you name your AI tool, this is chat is your virtual assistant. Have her act like a virtual or him, whatever. Like I'm not whichever you would prefer. So pick the name, right? Develop a relationship with your chat. So the more you feed into chat about your business goals, the things that are important to you, the more you interact with it, the better it's going to work for you. So I want you to start with that, and then I want you to actually answer the questions that chat is going to ask you because it is going to ask you a bunch of questions. Okay. So go ahead and copy that, put it into chat. I'm gonna do it as we go along. So let me pull up a chat so that I can do it too. I've already done this for my calendar, but we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there and have it bring this up. And then it's going to ask questions. Okay. Right. So it talks about your non-negotiables. It talks about your committed time to working towards your business or whatever, right? Okay. And so go ahead and answer the questions. So, question one, when 2026 ends, what must be true for you to say this year worked? And you want to do your professional goals, your personal goals, and your financial goals. So if 2026 is your $1 million year, put that down. What are your personal goals? What skills do you want to bring in? Professional goals is it vice president or is it golden or anywhere in between? Like, what is that goal? Be very clear about it. When you are setting a goal like that, overset it. Pick something absolutely terrifying because if it doesn't scare you, then it's not big enough, right? Like your goals are supposed to inspire you and they're supposed to make you sweat a little bit. That is the entire point. It does get really detailed, Dory. It absolutely does. And then it also wants to know what are you done tolerating? Habits, people, exhaustion. Like, are you doing too much busy work and not enough strategic work? Think about that for a second and answer that. Income and business architecture. What's the ideal annual income? Break it down. So once you have the goal, then you're going to do your monthly goal, the minimum, the target, and the expansion number, and what that looks like. So if the goal is $1 million for 2026, okay, so 1 million divided by 12 because we're working with months. So I'm going to call that 84,000. 84,000 a month divided by, let's just say 28 days. Actually, let's do 25, right? So that's the number per day. So how many hours per day do you want to work? Do 6 hours. So that means the target is $560 an hour for your 6 hour day. If your hour was 8 hours, then you would do 3360 divided by 8. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, it is right. So 420 is your target number per hour. So you need to determine what that's going to look like. So if $1 million is just absolutely outrageous for you and you want to do 100,000, then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to divide it by 12, which is your calendar months. So 8,333 is the monthly goal. We're going to divide that by 25 days. So 333 a day. You're going to divide that by, if 6 is your hours, then you're looking at $56 an hour that you must produce in order to hit that $100,000 goal for the end of the year. Did that make sense? Are we all on the same page? Is everybody good? Any questions? No? Okay. All right. So once you have that set up, how many income streams do you want? Is it just going to be pharmacy? I know a lot of us have second and third businesses that we have to dovetail together to create this beautiful working business plan. So if you're doing coaching, group or one-on-one, do you have digital products? Do you sell pharmacy t-shirts and hats and products like that? You're going to want to put that in there. Do you do master classes, events, stuff like that? Put that in there. Do you have affiliates where you're getting paid by promoting other products, such as Girl Hold My Hand or other products like that? And then you want to color code based on what things that you really like doing, things that you're ambivalent about, and things that you have to do but you don't like doing. When it comes to the things that you have to do but you don't like doing, Maybe a strategic partnership is something that would work for you. If there's a certain aspect of your business that you can outsource, right? Like if you could delegate it, whether you're just straight up delegating it to someone, or if you are able to bring on somebody to pay in order to do those activities, you might want to think about that. There are certain activities that you're going to have to do that you might not like that you might not like doing, but are necessary for your business growth for you to get to where you're going. One of the things that I want to point out is when you are talking to chat about this, you want the AI to know who you plan on being, not who you currently are. So the more you develop your relationship and the more you talk about where you want to be and how you plan on elevating yourself, the more tailored this is going to be for that for you, and the better it's going to work for you. Okay, so we talked a minute about the non-negotiables, but we really need to be very specific, because if you're not in alignment with this plan, you're not going to work this plan. You're not going to do this plan. It's not going to work for you. So you want to be realistic about how many hours you have dedicated to work-related tasks, how many hours that you need to run your household, your family, like whatever else is going on in your life. Are you heavy in your spiritual community? Do you do a lot of volunteering? Like you want to make sure that you're able to do the stuff that sustains your soul, because that is important. So you want to make sure that you have all of that built into this time. Earlier this year, I had a massive heart attack. So when I was building mine, what I did was I let it know that there will be days that I'll be able to put 14 hours in and just kill it. And then there will be days that I'll be able to have coffee and sit on the couch. So my calendar is very flexible, right? So with it, and it has built in what it calls flex time. So it'll say client relations, conversations, or rest, and rest. So I pick as I go, right? And so you need it to work for you and where you're at currently. How ideal workday is your length, right? Like I didn't say that, right? So how many realistic hours are you going to work? What is your optimal number? What is your minimal number? And what is your realistic number, right? So you want to think about that. You do want to structure all of that out. You want to talk about your energy cycles, because we all work on different energy cycles. Some of us are morning people. We're up at 4 or 5 a.m. and we're ready to go. We're straight off the bat. It is our most creative time. From 4 to 8 a.m., we can do all of the things. And then there are other people that don't get up until 10 a.m., or there are people that work way better in the evening time once the house is settled down. So knowing which part of the day you work best at, that's the time that you want to get done the most revenue generating activities, right? That only works if the revenue generating activity is something that other people are awake for, right? So if you're up at 5 a.m. and that's your peak time, but your client base doesn't get up until noon, you're going to have to do some transitioning. But you can use that time to focus on things like your inventory. You can do your social media. You can do a whole bunch of things like that and get that all set up. You can create, you can work with your AIs, your platforms to create the conversations that you're going to have. You can work on who specifically you're going to target for the day. You can set all of that stuff up and make all of those decisions during that peak time for you, so that you mitigate decision fatigue. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. Structure versus freedom. How structured do you want it to be? Do you want so like what when it went into the repeatable weekly template, seasonal calendar, hybrid, like are you somebody that really thrives on at Monday at 8 a.m. I do this from this time to this time, and it has to be the same thing every Monday, or it has to be the same thing every day for me to function at peak performance? Or are you somebody who is like me, ooh, shiny, I'm going to work really awesome on this platform for 3 days, and then I'm going to get bored and need something different. And I need the stimulation so that my calendar is different, so that I'm doing different things so that I can be consistent without getting bored and wandering away and then not doing anything. So you really need to structure it based on who you are and how you work best. Okay. Boundaries and reality checks. What currently steals your time the most? What do you waste time doing? How much doom scrolling are you doing? And could you be doing things that are more serving for your business? Is that time that you should be meditating? Is that time that you should be watching trainings or listening to Audible or reading a book or having spiritual practice, whatever it is meditation, whether it's walking in the forest, whether it's whatever it is, right? What are your things that are taking away your time? And having built in time to doom scroll, you set a timer, right? So allowing yourself to have the time to do those things is important, right? Because we all need time for rest and de-stress, but we don't want our little doom scroll to go from 10 minutes to 10 hours, right? So we want to set timers up. We want to set realistic plans to build that in, because we do need to build that in. Okay. Number 7, the if this is perfect question. If your calendar were working flawlessly by March 2026, what would you feel daily? Calm, focused, powerful, spacious, creative, secure? So after you have answered all of these questions in your own chat, it's going to design the weekly template based on you. It's going to create energy aligned time blocks. It's going to build in your income producing versus life preserving time. Identify what does not get blocks, which is just as important as what is, right? And then once all that's done, we can we can go with it with there. We can add another prompt based on my goals. Help me define key roles I play, right? Because we might want to color code it. Let me put this in our little chat. Where's our chat? So, chat. Okay. There we go. Okay. And it's going to give you more things to think about, right? You don't have to use it if you don't want to. But it gives you more things to think about. And you might want something like this, right? Like, I am going to be working as my CEO visionary 8 to 10 hours a week. I'm going to do creation work 8 to 12 hours a week. I'm going to do coaching and mentorship 6 to 8 hours a week. Operator, healer, partner, and then self-time 4 to 6. So what is going to work best with you, your goals of who you need to be in order to be the CEO of your business and your family, right? Because that is important. Or self, you are your own family sometimes, and go from there, right? So there's also you can build it in quarters. So go ahead and copy these so that you have them, because you might want to do your calendar via quarter, because once you have this done, you are going to download it as an ICS file so that you can actually upload it into your Google Calendar. Create an ideal weekly time block scheduled for me. And put all that information in. So you can use any of these to tailor it down to where you want it to be tailored down to, right? You want this calendar to work for you. Once you have done that, let me find the actual, how do we do it? Okay. All right. An ICS file. Yes. Okay. Okay. So once you have your calendar where you want it to be, you are going to download it. You're going to tell chat you would like to download it as an ICS file. And then, so download this as an ICS file. So I can upload into Google Calendar. And so it is going to create what you have created into a file. And then you are going to follow the steps I just put into the chat. It's going to tell you right here how to do it. So you download it, and then you follow what it tells you to do. Open your Google Calendar, click the left sidebar settings, select import and export. You're going to choose the ICS file that you just downloaded. Then you're going to select the calendar you want to add it to. And then you're going to click import. And then once you do that, calendar, it's going to add it to your calendar, and it's going to have little color-coded things. Do this. And you can see that it's added all of these things based on all of the information I fed it. Does anybody have any questions now? Was this helpful?
It was
Very much.
very helpful. I really like the part because I'm working on some vision stuff today. Just going into AI and getting those prompts. That part. Now I don't use Google. I'm not good with like online calendars. I gotta have my calendar in my hand. I don't even know where I put it. I was working on it. But I like a book. I like uh calendar in hand kind of book. Like, yeah. I gotta have it. You know what I mean? You can't see it because I'm under there it is. But so I'm trying to figure out, you know,
But you can create that, right? And you can upload it to a Google Calendar, and then you can print it out, right? There's no reason you can't do that. The beauty of this is once you upload that file, your entire calendar that you created based on what you need uploads in 2 seconds. So you don't have to go in and create all of this. There is so much time that you can waste just putting stuff into a calendar. It's busy work. So if you can mitigate that by uploading it into a calendar and then just printing it,
right.
for those of us, I mean, I'm old school too. I like to have the paper calendar. I like to be able to carry it with me. I like to be able to write it because it helps with my old brain. The Radiant Mind gummies help absolutely, but it helps with my
Mhm.
old brain. So if you're able to do that, you're able to do that.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna definitely use the prompts. I'm gonna get myself prepared to see how to do the rest. Um, I just gotta. I'm really in a battle with myself right now because, yeah, I've been setting goals. I've been started over 50 times. Like I have to go in 90-day increments first of all. So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go for the first 90 days and then reevaluate it because I need to see some things happen. So yeah.
I was actually going to recommend that for you, right? Like I did this as a year thing, and then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, maybe I should have done it as a quarterly activity because
Uh-huh.
as you implement these things, you see what works and what doesn't work, so you can tweak it because you can go back to this chat, right? You'll be able to refine this chat and be like, okay, chat, it's been 90 days. These things really worked. These things didn't work. This is how I'm performing. I need these things that didn't work to be reimagined into more of what did work. These are the new levels I've achieved. We need to add that in, and these are the new things I'm focusing on. Um, I'm going to be doing this quarterly. I'm going to come and we're going to do this quarterly because I really feel setting your intentions, your goals, it's a roadmap. You have to build a roadmap to where you want to go. I mean, you can get there without a map, but it's harder and it takes a lot longer. So planning is really what's going to set you up for vice president, executive boss, or wherever it is you have decided you're going this year, Dory.
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now, child.
I,
That's what I'm trying.
I'm gonna put my goal at like two above where I would be excited to be. So
Yeah, yeah. I really want to go platinum next month because I know I can help 4 people hit 25%. I mean, I already got like 3 good legs identified. I just got to go out there and get to recruiting some more.
yes, yes, I need to get my behind in gear. I'm so freaking close, and I have been for 3 months.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how you do it, child. Um, you get close, but that's just that's the process.
It, I'm building my empire a little bit slower than I want to, but it's firm, and that's
Can I
important
say
to me.
something though? And it's slower than you want to, but I'm coming from a perspective. I make banners for the whole 1,000 families rich, and it is amazing how we have. Well, I guess it's your own gauge, but it's people that been around since August that haven't even hit 3%, the little percent, and you've gone all the way up to 22%. So I mean, destiny is right in your face. It's just a matter of okay, what month we're gonna get over. But I want you to be proud. I know you are proud of it already, but I want you to be even more proud of it because that's a big deal,
I agree, especially from like where physically I have been this year, right? And I was
right?
seriously sitting and thinking about people who have mobility issues, people who have disabilities, people who have energy levels that are not consistent, and how amazing this kind of work is doable for somebody in that kind of situation. We've been talking a lot about some of the Facebook groups that you should be looking into and participating in and doing stuff like that. And I'm like, this is giving me insight into where I need to go because when I don't have energy levels to do a lot of other things, I can sit on the couch and talk to people. So yeah, yeah.
Can relate to that because with what I've been dealing with lately, I said to myself, okay, if you can lay in the bed and scroll on the internet with your pain, you could lay on the bed and type a message to 10 people a day. So, I'm
Precisely.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. This was
Precisely.
good. That was good though. I'm gonna definitely go back. I mean, I'm gonna hang up and do that right now because I was working on it. That Chat GPT thing.
Does
Uh,
anybody else have any questions or comments?
oh, oh,
No?
oh,
Okay.
trash
All
can.
right. Fantastic. Thank you so much. You all have a
Tanya,
beautiful day.
Tanya, while you here on your Zoom, can you show me how, like, I don't know how to pull my presentation because I want to do presentations with Zooms when I do launch, but I don't know how to pull the pharmacy presentation into the actual Zoom.
You screen share.
I know, okay. Make me co-host. I don't know where to find it in my computer. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, I can make you co-host, absolutely. Do where are you at? Okay. So
Yes, babe.
make co-host.
You done everything? Okay.
So
Hold
do
on one
do you
second.
have the presentation, first of
I
all?
do, yeah.
So
I
then
have it as a PDF. I'm sorry. Go, that's Uncle Miles. Go tell. I'm sorry. We got a lot going on in this house. Hold on one second, Joe.
yep, I'm looking for the
I hope I
presentation
don't
over
lose y'all.
here.
Hold on.
Yep. Okay.
Yes. Who is it? What's up, Miles?
APM presentation.
Miles.
All right.